Hi candidates, this is Jim Gillis with Win My Vote, and I wanted to invite you to create a candidate profile. But first we'll start off with some great news. We recently partnered with the National Student Parent Mock Election to conduct their mock election online with our ballots. So the Student Parent Mock Election is the oldest and largest student mock election in the country. It's served over 50 million students since 1980, and we're expecting between 5 and 10 million students to participate this year. So the way that it works is that here is the general site for Win My Vote, and this is open to the general public, and it acts like a voter information guide where the voter goes and signs up, and it's completely free to voters. They sign up with their zip code, it places them in these districts, and if there's any conflict with their zip code and districts, then we have links that can get them in the right one. And once they do that, we can, get them a ballot, which goes down through the districts into the Board of Supervisors, City Council, all the way down to School Board. And you can see some of these green nameplates here. That is, how a voter would then favorite candidates and make short lists and make notes on who they want to vote for. So from the student parent mock election standpoint, we're going to be using the same profiles here on the general ballot as we're going to in the student parent mock election ballot. So to give you an example, this is going to be very much like the Canadian student vote did last year. And here is an example of that. But what I'll do is I'll go back 1 second and just show you where theirs were placed. So for example, here is a candidate profile where you can upload a YouTube video here, your Twitter feed, build endorsements, and these issue statements right here, again, I'm in sort of candidate mode here. You simply click on that, and you can change the name. So let's say we want to change the name to schools. We'll do school testing, and then you obviously would write in the narrative there of the issue. And we'll keep this video in place, and it's a YouTube URL share. So we'll say that, and you can see that the issue is now schools. The student or the general user would click on that and then be able to see your written issue statement here, and then also watch the video.
You know, it wasn't always like this here, but a group of us, scientists and business leaders, had the idea of a biomedical campus. We went to Senator Clinton
and that is it, and they can look at that. And now I'll show you the student vote in Canada did something similar, and here is the videos from their YouTube channel that they posted, and these were all set up in issues like I just showed you, and I'll give you an example of one of those.
Canada will be a fairer, greener, and more prosperous country. Our plan invests in the things Canadians need right now. Safe and affordable places to live, childcare, public transit, jobs, training, and our environment. Your parents will be able to spend less time on the road commuting to work and more time with their families.
So there is, again, an example of a direct message to the students. So I would be happy to answer any questions and talk with you guys about that. My suggestion on this, since it's going to be one profile used in both the general population as well as the student mock election, to choose one of these 4 issues and just address it to the student mock election, and then that way the students can gravitate towards that very quickly and hear your direct message. We have a variety of partners, advocacy groups and rock the vote type of groups where they're going, get out to vote type of groups, as well as lots of teacher organizations, and the USA Today. So the USA Today, as well as other national media, will be covering the results of the mock election that will happen the last week in October. But I would suggest getting up and building the candidate profiles as soon as possible, because when we migrate the candidate profiles over to the student parent mock election ballot, you'll have then limited access on editing and stuff like that. So hopefully that makes sense. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out via this channel or through support@winmyvote.com, and then just put candidate support in there, and I'll make sure that I get to it. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye-bye.